Oh, bustin' up. What's up, guys? It's Pone here, and I am freaking bored right now. I'm actually giving you a little domination gameplay here. A lot of my gameplays for you guys will be domination. That's the majority of what I have, and Dolphin Dive is always that much special. That's one of my favorite things about this game. I love the Dolphin Dive. It's actually saved my ass a couple times, and even more so, I like to know how, even though I'm fluffy, that I can still fucking maneuver and dive onto something. It makes me feel like I'm actually doing something. I feel like I'm working out when I dolphin dive, as opposed to not doing it ever in real life. No, actually, I used to work out and stuff. I got in a bad car accident and I messed up my back, so I'm a little on the fluffy side right now. But cushion for the pushing goes both ways. Write that down. Anybody that disagrees with that's probably right, but I'm not going to listen to you anyway. So fuck you. um, so I'm just having some fun here. I'm waiting on Amanda to swing on over here. I had a couple packages earlier today. Don't take that wrong at all. I'm disappointed in you perverts. They came in. We had a couple things that came in today. Jesus, that's dirty too. Fuck. A couple of parcels. No, I'm just done. I'm done. Phone just beeps so you can distract me real quick. Come on. When I need you, you're not going to do it, phone star. You're a waste of life. Oh, I have a text. I must have been silent. What? I have my phone on vibrate? That must have been for last night. So, now that we're back in this gameplay, I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple little things. As I told you guys, I'm fluffy, so obviously a little bit of weight isn't a bad thing. Nowadays, times have changed. 20 years ago, unless you were anorexic, Paris Hilton, you weren't considered fly or fashionable or healthy or anything like that. I mean, not to point at anybody, but Hutch is skinny as fuck, dude. I'm afraid that if a gust of wind comes by, he's gonna be fucking taken away. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'd rather be skinny than fat, but things have changed. I mean, that's what everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to be skinny, but nowadays, in my mind, like when it comes down to girls, I like to see, what I mean. There's curves. A little bit of weight is cute. I'd rather see a little bit of tummy than a six pack on a girl. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but not to mention the muscles and shit on a girl is just nasty. If I know that girl can beat my ass, of course I'm not taking her, anywhere. No. So, now that I'm out of that little random spurt right there, and we're all aware that I have moobs, we're going to move on, okay? Because half of you guys, have been like, oh, Pone Star, you're fat. I'm like, I know. That's what Amanda keeps telling me. And then you're like, and you have, a tummy. I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, that's true, too. So, I just like to have fun, and you guys got to accept who you are, like I always tell you guys. And I wanted to give you a little bit of tips when it comes down to this whole gaming thing, because a lot of people have been still getting on me, like, hey, can you help me out? A lot of people that message me simple things, I'm going to overlook and just ignore, like, add me on PS3. No. What's your Twitter? It's on my main page. Simple questions, don't bother asking me because I'm going to ignore them. People ask me questions like, about certain things. I'm not that kind of tech guy. I mean, why would you ask somebody something if you can Google it and get the answer even quicker? But I'm sorry, I was a little mini rant right there, but, I got to deal with it. And I spit up the chopper gunners here like I always do. I don't like watching chopper gunners in gameplays. Maybe gunships because they're, self-propelled kind of deal. It'd probably be a little more interesting. But, this is a decent gameplay. I believe it was an 86-5. I had this, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, exactly 2 weeks ago, actually. So I've been holding on to a few gameplays. I'm going to spit these out on you guys. Yeah, I spit. Don't judge me. I spit. So what I want to talk about is the whole commentary scene. You guys keep asking me how can I get in this. With everything that can or could have been done in this community has already been done. For you guys that think you're the shit, because you can put up 101 gameplays, that's amazing. That's a great feat. But there are already people doing that. You know what I mean? You got X-Jaws, me, Marka J, Sandy Ravage. You got tons of consistently skilled gamers that could put out, the 80 and 5s and that stuff on a routine basis. So that's not uncommon, and for somebody that, that's just think in your mind. If I'm going to see a beast-ass gameplay, I'm going to go check out Sandy Ravage, right? Or X-Jaws or something like that. But then, the commentary is what people attach themselves to. I obviously bring a little bit of personal life into this. I'm a bit of everything. There's not one certain thing. I get serious. I got my real talks. I talk about boobs. I mean, it's not a Pone Star commentary unless boobs or penis are mentioned at least once or twice. So, that's what you guys expect from me. If I came in here and I just talked about, so here I'm running into this building right here. I'm thinking, where are they at? Oh, there's one on A, and boom, headshot. Oh, that was amazing. Did you see? No. People that narrate the gameplay while it's going on makes me feel like I'm a fucking moron. I'm watching what's going on. I don't need you to tell me the fucking, thing. That's like an audio log you fucking chill out and listen to in your car. No, we want to hear you talk about what's random, what's on your mind, what you like, hobbies, past stories, embarrassing moments, that time your dad caught you. Whatever it is, we want to hear it. So when you guys are always so consistent talking about why I like the chopper gunner or why they shouldn't nerf quick scoping, no, it's got to be something unique that you can listen to. It's got to be ever changing, because at that point it becomes routine, and that's not something you want. You don't want to be routine. You don't want to be copying the commentary. Just remember what makes you laugh. That's what I do. I try to make you guys laugh. I try to keep you entertained, and at the same time try to give you guys beast gameplay. I think that's a pretty good chunk of balance. There are people that, in my opinion, you got people like Sandy Ravage, beast gameplay. You got X-Charles, beast gameplay. Bad commentary, because, he's not what I like. I can't say it's bad commentary. It's not what I like. I like to hear jokes. I like to laugh while I watch. You know what I mean? It's just, some people do different things, and if that's what you like, that's what you like. But that's what I'm saying, is there are people that have, like him, that have that area locked the fuck down. You coming in to try to do what he does, you're probably not going to be as skilled. So, you know what I mean? There's things that I've done. So originality is a hard thing to grab a hold of in this community. So you got to think of what makes you laugh. For everybody's like, oh man, you're copying CNNers. You're doing this and that, You're always going to be overshadowed and overlooked and compared to other people. It's part of what this community is about. So if you want to do something different, do something that other people don't do. Do sidearms for gameplay. Do something that's exciting. Do rushing only. Titles are an important part of your gameplay. If you've got a consistent basis of subscribers, put the titles in there. Don't just put 71 and 2 gameplay with the AUG. Am I going to watch that? Hell no. Now if you say, titties are nice in the commentary, I bet you every one of your fucking subs watches that. Just to find out what you mean about titties are nice, because apparently they're unaware of what, titties are, because nice is just not clarifying enough. So, it's tons of things that you can do to slowly work on it. I mean, a background is a must, and there's tons of things you guys can work on to get started up. At some point, people are always going to compare you to other people, but the gameplay, I don't care if playing defensive, playing this and that, playing with guys, rushing, cap whoring, whatever you got to do, go ahead and do it. It's going to be done by somebody else as well, so you don't have to, I guess, hesitate so much on what you do or set your expectations for gameplay too high. Now, commentary is where it's at. That's where the area of you, separating yourself from the boys is where it's at. If you want to be, a big dog and you want to make it, it's going to come down to your commentary. And that's not a hard thing, actually. But the biggest problem for all these guys that have the dreams of being big is, don't try to be fake. Be yourself. And not everybody is made to do commentaries. It's uncomfortable for some people. Some people can't do anything. Some people, it really, really varies. I've had buddies tell me, man, I've been working for an hour trying to get a commentary down, and I can't get it to work. I can't. Not everybody is meant to do this. The best thing I can do is tell you to keep trying. Everybody sometimes takes a couple takes on a video. This is my second one for this video, because the first one I mentioned something very racist. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. So it's okay to step back and make another one if it doesn't sound right or you didn't mention boobs enough. Whatever you got to do, just don't give up on it, and you just got to keep thinking. You got to think of what would you like to see. That doesn't mean duplicate somebody else, but just think. Be yourself, be natural, and hopefully just cross your fingers that they like you. That's the best you guys can do. So that's my tip for you guys on commentaries. Immaturity rocks. Whatever makes you laugh. Think of that kind of shit. So I hope this has helped you guys a little bit, and I'm about to go eat some Chipotle.